Coming up, as Taiwan copes with another oil scandal, we learn how to stay healthy and safe. Tzu Chi holds a relief distribution for fire survivors in Marikina City of the Philippines. Welcome to DaAi Headlines. I'm Mary Lee. Thank you for joining us. As another oil scandal sweeps through Taiwan, residents here are worried about the possible detrimental effects of consuming oil, which was never meant for human consumption. Nutritionists say that exercise and fruits high in soluble fiber can speed up the body's metabolism and help it expel unwanted toxins. For those worried about what oils to eat, nuts, which are packed with healthy fats, offer a healthy and safe substitute. Cooking oil in Taiwan is once again embroiled in scandal, this time with one of Taiwan's biggest brands. For those who have already consumed the brand's oil, nutritionists say that although most of it has already been absorbed by our bodies, they recommend exercise and eating fruits high in fiber to help remove any associated toxins from the body.
When fat-soluble toxins enter our body, they will be stored by the body. The only thing we can do is to increase the speed of their removal. We can do that by exercising more, which will reduce the level of fat in our bodies and increase the rate at which we expel toxins. Or we can eat more vegetables and fruits that are high in soluble fiber.
Vegetables and fruits high in soluble fiber bind with oils and fats found in the body and thus help the body expel them. Such fruits include papaya and apples, while vegetables include kelp sprouts and okra. You can also eat foods high in natural oils, such as nuts, in order to provide the fat that our bodies need.
Nuts are very natural. A dish of black sesame seeds with okra or gracilaria is a great source of vegetable oils that are both natural and healthy.
As food scares continue to occur, as a way to protect yourself, nutritionists suggest eating less processed food and refraining from eating the same type of oil for too long. In this way, the possible dangers to your health can be decreased. So far in our extinction series, we have witnessed how global warming and human abuse have led to disease outbreaks and the destruction of the sea. In today's report, we take a look at the impact on plants. Scientists predict that if nothing is done to stop climate change, 2/3 of plant species will vanish by the end of the century. And this doesn't even include the damage brought about by the destruction of rainforests and illegal logging.
Global warming has brought about climate change which impacts the environment. Botanists claim that by 2050, 1/4 of the planet's plants will become extinct, and if nothing is done, then by the end of the century, as much as 2/3 of plant life will disappear.
There are about 300 to 400,000 species of plants in this world. Even if only 10% of them disappear, the consequences could be quite catastrophic, as so many insects and animals rely on them to survive. So really, when one species disappears, all those that rely on it will be affected as well.
For every 100 meters increase in elevation, the average temperature will drop by 0.5 degrees. Though Taiwan is only 150 kilometers in width, its elevation drop is nearly 4,000 meters, and thus features several different climates that support a wide array of plants. Take the high-altitude forests at 3,500 meters, for example. Increases in temperatures will greatly change their habitat, forcing them to move upward.
Taiwan is home to about 500 to 600 species of high-altitude plants, many of which can only be found here. Due to changes in temperatures and precipitation, these plants have to move higher, which may not be really suitable for them. Most importantly, those on top have nowhere to go.
Thus, climate change not only leads to erratic weather, but also disrupts plants' physiology. The problem is made worse by deforestation and illegal logging, which further endanger the world's plants. In response, Taiwan scholars decided to build a botanic conservation center in Kaohsiung, Pingtung.
The destruction of tropical forests is the leading cause of plant extinction. Since the center was established in 2007, 24,761 species of plants are kept here as of August of this year.
The nearly 20 hectares of greenhouses are home to tropical plants from around the world. This plant with leaves that resemble that of a bamboo is indigenous to Taiwan. It is also endangered.
眼前看到这个叫做
This is called Venova Bergia sasakiana. It belongs to the ginger family. It is very rare and found only in Taiwan, on the island of Lanyu.
It is thanks to the meticulous care of these professional technicians that these plants from around the world can survive here in Taiwan.
Every plant here is like a child to us. They each have their own temper and preference. It will not work if you plant a plant that prefers alkaline in acidic peat.
Most of young caretakers working at the center have quit their high-paying job in the city to work in this hot environment for a very simple reason.
热带雨林一直在被砍伐当中，他们整片
Acres and acres of tropical rainforests are still being wiped out, and along with them are many mysterious and precious life forms, of which we know absolutely nothing about. I just thought I should do what I can to help preserve biodiversity.
The center plans to preserve a total of 30,000 species of tropical plants within 20 years, making it one of the most important botanic conservation centers in the world. In essence, a Noah's Ark for tropical plants.
To help children learn more about where food comes from, teachers of Kaohsiung Sanming Elementary School organized an outing for students to try their hand at farming. Meanwhile, at a summer camp organized by Tzu Chi volunteers in Zhongli, children tried their hand at growing their own vegetables. By taking care of their own crops, they learned how to be more responsible in their choices and actions for the future.
For these city kids, everything is a first here.
你们这个都已经长根了，这叫空心菜，放进去，然后这土盖一下，这样就 OK 了哈。
Having eaten water spinach but never actually learned about where it came from. At a summer camp hosted at the Tzu Chi Zhongli grounds, children visit a vegetable garden to satisfy their curiosity.
If we can eat the vegetables we raised ourselves, it would be an accomplishment.
Homegrown vegetables eventually make their way onto the dining table. Not only do the children now understand the hard work that comes with being a farmer, they also learned a valuable life lesson.
This experience will help the children nurture a respect for all life and also to learn to take responsibility for their actions. Since they planted their own vegetable shoots, they have to look after them and care for them.
颜色什么色？红色。不对吧？怎么是红色？
Taking a walk in nature and carefully observing the crops in the field. This is no ordinary lesson. This is because from the preparation of this plot of land to the sowing of seeds, everything has been done by students.
It is hard work, but the results will be fruitful.
After I planted it, I discovered that during each stage of its growth, its color and appearance changed.
We learned about how the farmers grow wheat. Raising crops is hard work, so we shouldn't waste food.
Hard work always yields results. Learning how food is not easy to come by, these young hearts now cherish every bite. From planting to growing to harvesting, this was an unforgettable learning experience for students and teachers alike.
The only food our children are familiar with is the food on their plates, and that's not enough. We want them to learn where food comes from. It will impact how they make choices in the future.
他会选择比较自然、比较单纯的。你要闻这个杆子，它这边有汁，你再闻一下。
真的耶，
有没有一点感？
By educating young minds on where food comes from, they will later be able to make better choices about the food they eat.
Here in Taiwan, 88-year-old Zhang Bingzhen helps maintain the gardens at the elementary division of Tzu Chi Senior High School affiliated with Tzu Chi University. This is a commitment that he has continued to uphold for the past 11 years each day. Not only does he find great joy in being of service to others, this is also the senior's secret to longevity.
Walking back and forth mowing the lawn, it is hard to tell that Zhang Bingjin is already 88 years old. It was because of his granddaughter, Liu Xinrong, that the senior decided to volunteer here at the elementary division of the Tzu Chi Senior High School affiliated with Tzu Chi University. Soon, he became known by all as Grandpa Xinrong.
I can keep fit this way. That's nothing at all. I do the same at home. But here, I can serve others, right? This is nothing.
Always humble and earnest, for the past 11 years, the senior volunteers at the school each day, come rain or shine. His unyielding spirit has made him a role model among the students.
The grandfather is old now, yet he is still so hardworking and focused. We are young and fit. We should be doing better.
Using different colored paper, students created a collage of the grandfather's face, while also expressing their appreciation through words of gratitude.
Cleaning is hard work, and the bag he carries is always full of garbage. It's very heavy, and he has to carry his cleaning tools.
Not only does the senior find joy in serving others, his health has improved as a result. Though his granddaughter is in college away from Hualien, Grandpa Xinrong continues to safeguard the school with love.
In the end of September, a fire broke out in the Barangay Industrial Valley complex of Marikina City of the Philippines. The fire affected 19 families, but thankfully no one was injured. Tzu Chi soon after held a relief distribution, bringing some temporary relief during this difficult time.
In Marikina City of the Philippines, a fire broke out in the Barangay Industrial Valley complex. As some of the families have nowhere to go, residents are staying in the ruins of their former homes.
It's lucky that the fire didn't kill anyone, but still everyone panicked when it happened.
Upon hearing of the situation, Tzu Chi and local volunteers came to conduct a disaster survey, as well as bring relief in the form of rice, pots, sleeping mats, and other items.
I have received many useful items, as many of these items are expensive. We're thankful for Tzu Chi because they always help without expecting anything in return.
Maraming salamat sa Tzu Chi.
I am actually a part of Tzu Chi, as I collect recyclables and give them to the volunteers.
A merciless fire turned these residents into recipients. However, in receiving aid from Tzu Chi, they hold within their hearts the ability to also do good for others.
For Indians, Diwali, or the Festival of Lights, marks the beginning of the Hindu New Year. This year, the 5-day festival falls on October 22nd, and in preparation, Malaysia Tzu Chi volunteers held celebrations for their Indian care recipients living in Malaysia.
To celebrate the upcoming festival, Diwali, with their Indian care recipients, Tzu Chi volunteers invited them all to a get-together at the Penang Jinsi Hall. Everyone first gathers in front of the Buddha to offer their respects.
I'm very happy to pray to the Buddha because I'm a Hindu. I used to pray Buddha and Konima, everything. Before come to the hall, I like to pray first. So you take me all the way there to pray. I'm very happy.
They are filled with Dharma joy, some even shed tears of joy. I think that this hall really was able to settle their hearts and allow them to find a sense of spiritual contentment.
As many of those visiting today come from disadvantaged backgrounds, volunteers also offered everyone lunch, free health checkups for those interested, as well as aid in the form of subsidies and daily sundries. With Tzu Chi by their side, this is looking to be a wonderful holiday season for these families.
It's important to remember that conservation ideas should not just be discussed, but instead carried out. This is why in Hong Kong and Wuhan, China, students are taking an active role in not only promoting recycling, but actualizing it in their lives. Meanwhile, in Malaysia, as celebrations also means a lot of garbage, organizers of Muar's 9 Emperor Gods Festival Parade asked Tzu Chi volunteers to help promote the message of putting litter in bins.
In Malaysia, the 9 Emperor Gods Festival Parade attracts tens of thousands of residents. Among them are Tzu Chi volunteers from Muar who are here to remind everyone not to litter.
After the 9 Emperor Gods Festival, the ground is often littered with garbage. The organizers have been troubled by this in the past, and they know that Tzu Chi has long promoted recycling. So they asked us to assist them in spreading this message.
Thus, Tzu Chi mobilized 168 volunteers and set up 26 recycling points to reinforce their message.
It's good to teach children starting from a young age not to litter.
After the parade is over, litter fills the streets. Tzu Chi volunteers begin to sort through the garbage they collected along the way.
When the parade passed, we still saw a lot of garbage on the ground. We tried our best to pick it up and promote our environmental message.
By doing, volunteers set an example for others to follow. Meanwhile, in China's Hubei, at a plaza in Wuhan, one finds not only residents out enjoying the day, but spirited youngsters on a mission. Wuhan, the largest city in central China, has the largest number of college and graduate students in the country. The recent Tzu Chi Recycling Day, which fell around China's National Day holiday, saw the participation of many students.
We can start by spreading the message of conservation to our friends and fellow students. This is an activity that helps society at large.
Tagging along with recycling volunteers and sorting through recyclables, students soon realize the key to a cleaner planet starts with the effort of individuals.
Hi, if you have any bottles and cans, can you save them for me? Every Saturday, we have a recycling event at the Plaza Square.
Not only promoting recycling, these students in their 20s are also aware of the need to help others.
We have a $1 foundation where members of our association donate $1 to help poor students with living expenses. This way they can finish their schooling without worries.
These students of the post-90s generation break the stereotype of selfishness by heeding a call to be generous and injecting positive influences into society. Another young student who is looking to give back is Fu Xiaoxin. Taking advantage of her visit home from England, Fu visits the Kowloon Bay Materials Transfer Center.
I
feel very blessed in life. I don't normally come into contact with this type of work, but I was here this summer and saw a lot of detail went into separating plastic bottles.
Looking to foster her heart of compassion, Tzu Chi volunteers guide the youngsters with their words and actions.
It's commendable that she wants to use her time and come here. I know she likes to work on things with meaning behind them, so I asked her to reorganize this. In using materials that otherwise would have been thrown away, she's happy to spend her time doing something useful.
Using rope and plastic bottle planters to form a Tzu Chi logo, Fu completes her first masterpiece at the MTC. On this rare visit home, spending time at the recycling center helps to chase away the homesickness in her heart.
In Thailand, October marks the end of the first semester of school. At the Chiang Mai Tzu Chi School, 10th graders took a moment to showcase what they have learned and also serve tea to their parents to express their gratitude.
At the Chiang Mai Tzu Chi school in northern Thailand, these students are not playing with dirt, but rather packaging their love. The 10th graders at the school are growing their own oyster mushrooms. They have taken on the work themselves while growing their mushrooms organically. The fruits of their labor are then sold to raise money for charity, because these youth want to do what they can to fuel the cycle of love. The fundraiser is part of the school's humanitarian curriculum. The semester has also seen the students pass their Chinese certification exam. Now that the semester is ending, their teachers lead them in a final tea ceremony.
I let my daughter attend the school because I trust this academy to be one of the best education institutions here. My daughter will surely grow up right here.
Through serving tea, the students learn filial piety. Through the fundraiser, they experience giving selflessly. Such practical approach will surely help these youth grow up right.
Back to Taiwan. A year ago, a group of senior residents of Fengfu Borough in Houlong Township, Miaoli, came up with an idea to establish a community center providing recreational and social activities for the elderly. Lacking the initial funding to build the center, the seniors decided to take the matter into their own hands, with one 85-year-old resident taking the lead.
Today, Fengfu Borough senior residents are celebrating the opening of their new community centre. Lacking the initial funding to build the centre, it was through the combined effort of the entire community that it was finally made possible.
We're truly moved when some of the seniors heard that we wanted to establish a community center. Those who could donated money, while others contributed their strength.
85-year-old Liao Yongxian was a civil engineer when young, hence he took the lead in the construction of the community center. His passion and vitality is equal to someone half his age.
I wanted to be a part of this process, so I thought I might as well see this as a workout. We must work together as a team. Those who have the means can contribute money. Others can contribute their strength.
With an octogenarian taking the lead, those younger were not just going to sit back. Many 60 and 70-year-olds also joined in the construction.
We want to do what we can to help. We do a bit at a time.
1 year later, the center is finally complete and comes with a kitchen and bathroom. The exterior stone stairs to the natural log walkway to the furniture inside are all second-hand items that have been given a new lease on life. Now these seniors have a place they can finally call their own.
In Indonesia, many residents of Kaput Muara live in poverty and scavenge for a living. Recently, Tzu Chi volunteers held a rice distribution, especially for seniors who have difficulty making ends meet. We will leave you with these images at the end. Thank you for watching DaAi Headlines. Have a good day.